Hello, what's up everyone? Today we're playing the Firecrows build. We're continuing our journey with the Firecrows. And we're actually level 77 at the moment. We're doing empowered monoliths with the 100 corruption. We're already well into farming our first timeline here, the Blood, Frost and Death timeline. We're going for the unique body armor rewards to get the Rise Embrace body armor, which we already got. We're gonna go for some LP on it to get that juicy level to Stormcrows on top. Here's our Firecrows and our Fire Spriggan. We got 5 crows, 1 Spriggan at the moment. We're aiming for getting the final crow by speccing into this threshold bonus. But we need 100 combined strength and dexterity to get it. And we're quite far away, as you can see. But we're getting there. And as of now, our main priority is to get the Terrace Path boots, which we can slam, hopefully, at least one legendary stat on top, which will be movement speed, because that will bump up our movement speed, because we have had to trade some movement speed for some more damage and survivability recently. And we also got a Phantom Grip Ring that we're going to use, but it's in the Nemesis at the moment. Trying to get some LP on it, so the gear is coming together step by step. And I'm just so happy about how the Firecrows actually are designed, because I think the animations look really great. And also the Spriggan animation, look at it. And all the additional projectiles you get for the Thorn Volley skill as well, from this stat. And even the multiplicative damage as well per Stormcrow is just awesome. And it looks kind of badass, doesn't it? It looks so much better than the original version. So I'm really happy with the Firecrows animation. And so far it feels very nice to play as well. So I'm really stoked about the build currently. I think our damage is pretty good. Remember, we're like 23 levels below the area level here, so we have to keep that in mind as well. And it's just gonna get better from here. And here's our Phantom Grip Ring. We got 1 LP on it. That's awesome. And we haven't even empowered it till the very end yet. And you can see we got the perfect roll for the ult minion skills. And also 3% minion base critical strike chance. It could have been 4, but I guess that's pretty fine for our first Phantom Grip Ring. So that's awesome. And let's pray that it gets another LP on it. Gonna do the tombs. Need these Weaver idols with increased health and some elemental resistance is what we're after. So for our weapon, we're actually using a staff at the moment. We got tier 7 minion spell damage affix on it, and we managed to roll another one as well. So we got a lot of flat minion spell damage, which is what we're after. But we do have 2 perfectly rolled cleaver solution axes waiting in our stash tabs with 1 LP on them. And we're also looking for exalted one-handed axes to slam onto there. But for now, we're using the staff, which is really good. And we're going to use the cleaver solution to get our intelligence to the same level as our strength, to get the double effect from the Gladiator of Lagon buff that we get from using Temple Strike, which gives our minions flat spell damage. And also we'll get some ward retention from the intelligence, which we'll need when we use the Vessel of Strife relic to get ward regen from our health regen. And we're using Crow Storm, the companion skill of the Storm Crows, as our traversal skill now. So you see here we teleport to the destination when we use Crow Storm directly. And we also trigger it indirectly through swipe. So every 2 seconds we can use swipe to trigger Crow Storm. Most of the times it will be Crow Storm at least. It will use the companion ability of the companion that is closest to us. And then we also get a fresh use of Crow Storm whenever we use Frenzy Totem. So here we use Frenzy Totem, we can use it again right after, which is really good. Now we're doing the unique body armor reward echo. And hopefully we can get another Rise and Brace body armor, hopefully with some LP on it. And for the Weaver Tree, we are trying to block all rewards except for experience rewards to try to get the experience reward tomes as echo rewards as much as we can to boost our experience farming, because we do want to progress our character to a highest level as possible to get those passives. So for this echo, we want to pump up the bonus stability as much as we can, because we need those body armors. got some minion spell damage. Awesome. But ideally, we want them for one-handed axes, not scepters. I think we're doing pretty well. Our damage is looking good. Our survivability is looking good. And we got another one of these. That's awesome. Even some minion fire damage. Ideally, we want elemental resistance there, but this, I think, will be an upgrade to this. And we're also looking for a nemesis to get our phantom grip ring. We know for sure it has 1 LP, but maybe it gets another one as well. And whenever we get it, we get +2 to all minion skills, which are 3 of our skills, so that will be a huge boost as well. So I think now the plan is to spec into the minion leech down here. I'm not so sure we need it yet, but that's the plan at least. We could go over and get some more strength first. Maybe we'll do that, because I don't think we need the leech at the moment. So I think we're gonna go grab these. So for every 3 strength, we get 1 companion spell damage through this threshold bonus, which is really great. So just by speccing into these 2 points, we almost got 1 flat minion spell damage, in addition to all the other benefits we get from strength. And we're still going to go over here just to ramp up the timeline stability bonus. And we're going up as well. We need a 3rd body armor. And there we have it. Let's do the champion as well. Alright, let's see what we get here. No Rise Embrace. We're actually not gonna pick up all of these.
Take care.
And this one will save, so we got these two that we can use with one Cleaver Solution Axe at least. Whenever we get some minion spell damage to put onto one of them, so we do have the Cleaver Solutions over here. We got a perfect rolled one here. 9 strength, 54 Malefice, and I think we got another one. Yeah, this is it. An identical one. And we got that from the imprint, because we imprinted the first axe we got, and so the imprint system still works, even though it's been nerfed. So let's see, we're gonna try to get down and do this one, I think. But it's just tempting to do the experience tomes here.
The moment comes. His pain ripples through time.
And we're not doing Omen windows until we've completed the Echo reward. That's a tier 7. Cold resistance. But we got this strength ring. It's tier 6, but still. And here's the Nemesis we're after, so let's see what it got for us now. We know it got the Phantom Ring. Yeah, it has 1 LP. It had that last time as well. But that's really great for us. So we need to find some added health and health regen stat to put on there. That's the plan. We're gonna equip it right away with this one, and then we get 2 skill points. And we plan on going over here and take this node to get crow storm damage per crow. So we got 5 crows, so we get 50% more multiplicative damage for each point we spend here, as well as cooldown length reduction. So that's awesome. So we're going to go for this one. And in here, we're going to go with the global poison chance and the Aetheros blessing chance on our minions. Here, we're going to go spell damage. And this one, this should have been pumped to max already, but we've tampered a little bit with different skill items and stuff, so it was unspec'd. And here's all our XP tomes. And we're going to go with the XP echo here, and then the unique body armor echo. And then we're going to do the timeline boss.
The reflection stirs. Your reflection trembles.
Yep, we got fire chicks now. Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's so awesome. Nice to see you, Cam. Yeah, I got some sleep today. Just some. I was a bit hyped from yesterday. And we've already streamed 6 hours today. This is the second one. So yeah, I'm feeling the hype. It's been awesome so far. Tier 6 health region. And so we recently got our primordial helmet for this build as well, which is awesome. It was a pretty decent roll, I think. Not the bad one, but we still need LP, obviously, so we're going to try to run this one through the Nemesis system, and we're still going to farm Rift Beasts, obviously, to get even more helmets. So we're going to do all of these as well. Ideally, we want 2 LP for the helmets. And I think our movement speed should be a little bit better as well, so that's why we're going to prioritize to buy unique booth prophecies from Circle of Fortune to get the Aetheros Path boots. Hopefully with 1 LP. I think we're not going to even use them if they don't have 1 LP, because we need to slam some movement speed onto there as well. But that will be a huge boost to us to get that movement speed going. Ah, we got this one now. Off on Catalyst. We can actually use that with the clear resolution as well to get +1 to minion skills. So let's see. I think we're gonna go with maybe the unique item or the exalted melee weapon to get one-handed exalted axes. But I think we're gonna go unique for now. And we're going to leave this echo now. Get our XP tomes. And then we're doing... Okay, we're gonna do... Let's do the boss first. We're not gonna do the Harbinger now. We're gonna save that one for a bit higher corruption.
Why are you fighting for these beasts? No matter. You will die soon enough. The chill of death surrounds you. I am undying. I feel.
Let's see what we got here. We're definitely going for the one-handed axe drop rate. And it was a very high roll as well, so that's awesome. That's exactly what we need. Because we're going to dual wield 2 cleaver solution axes. So we need both the cleaver solution and obviously exalted axes as well. To slam some legendary stats onto them. That's nice. And we actually got the Formosus amulet as well. Let's check that one out. Where is it? Should be here somewhere. There it is. So it got minion cooldown recovery speed. That's added for season 4. The bottom stat. So that one is actually much nicer now than it was previously. Alright, so we're gonna do these 2 now. That's awesome. 2 in a row. That's what we need.
The moment comes.
Just gonna challenge this one. You can definitely trade Frenzy Totem for Fury Leap if you want, but you'll lose the instant refresh on Crowstorm, and also the Frenzy buff, and also the chance to cast the Terrace Blessing on our companions. So all in all, in my opinion, I think Frenzy Totem is better. Because it's so valuable to get that instant refresh on Crowstorm, because that's our main damage dealer for the build. So that was a low roll. Minion spell damage. Awesome, gonna do the Rift Beast. And I think we'll actually head back and do the Omen window as well. Hello, Onlight. Your friends quit LE after a day. Why? Such an awesome game, isn't it? Was it rage quit because they didn't get minion flat damage? So I don't like saying stuff like this, but I think the Omen windows are going so much better now, so I feel much more comfortable with doing them at this level now. So I think we're gonna do them by default from now on until something else happens. Alright, let's see what we got here. Unique body armors. Nope. Gonna take the Titan Heart. And yeah, let's save this one for leveling.
Yes.
So now we even got 3 in a row here. That's awesome. And it's so nice to have Crow Storm as teleportation now, because we cover ground so much faster with that. Especially when we get the cooldown refresh when using Frenzy Totem as well, then we can use it 2 times in a row. And we get a lot of ground covered then. So this is almost the best shrine we can get for our build, with the strength and movement speed. So to all the new viewers, we're playing Fire Crows. That's a Stormcrow build, but we're using the Rise Embrace body armor to turn them into Fire Crows. And so far, I really love the build. We recently got the Rise Embrace body armor and turned them into Fire Crows, and they look really cool. And also our Spriggan is also turned into fire. So I think it's looking good. And we have these Cleaver Solution Axes in our stash that we want to slam some stats onto. And we're also looking for the Eteros Path Boots to boost our movement speed. We need another Phantom Grip Ring as well to get more skill levels to minion skills. So we got one over here. We need another one. And then it's starting to come together. But we're still far off. And we're also going to do all the tombs. We're going to do all the rift beasts. Because we want more primordial helmets to get some legendary potential there. And here's the entire Lootless city. You can find the build guide video for this on my channel page in the upper playlist. It's called Firecrows. So it's basically a Stormcrow build where we turn them into Firecrows by using the Rise Embrace body armor, which is this new and unique for Season 4. And our Spriggan minion will also get a lot more damage by using that.
The Weaver waits.
3 LP. That's not that often you come by. So we're gonna do some more enemies here just to ramp up the bonus. So we're gonna try to push the corruption up a little bit for this timeline and then do the Harbinger. And then I think we'll call it a day for this timeline at the moment, and then we'll go over possibly to the Lagon timeline to farm the Raven's Rise gloves, I think. And we got the bonus now, I know, but we're just gonna check the nemesis. This build is not on max roll, it's on my channel page, so you can check it out there. So let's see, is there anything we can... Do we sacrifice our crows to get LP on that? We're not really prepared for this, are we? We can switch over to this helmet for a while. But I think for now, maybe we'll just do the cleaver solution until we get another helmet, and then we can try getting LP then. I don't want to be without my crows. All right. Gonna do this one.
He has seen your fate.
Yeah, I guess we would be fine without the helmet. I mean, our damage is pretty good, so I think we would have done pretty well without the 2 crows from it, but it's gonna be slower. But hopefully we can get another helmet soon. We just need those ancient bones. Level 80. That's a milestone. So now we have the threshold bonus here, so now we only need like our strength and our dexterity in combination to be 100, so we're some way off there. And we're just going to continue down here. And where are we now? Soon we'll get the Shade of Orbis, I would assume. And I guess the next level for the Harbinger that we need to defeat is 125, isn't it? So we got this one down. Now we're going to do this one. So enemies got a chance to slow on a hit on this one, so this will be a slow echo.
You disturb the silence.
And we accidentally triggered an omen window. This one is pretty nice. That's a lot of set items. The B set. We're gonna need that for the future. Did you make a mistake on light? You were gonna dual wield once. Yeah. Too bad you spent all your shards. Oh, the new set. Jormunds. That's awesome. And I think our set item stash is already full. So we're probably gonna stop hoarding set items for a while. Where did they go? Okay. We're just gonna do like this. Alright, so now we're gonna go for the XP tomes rewards, and hopefully we'll soon encounter the Shade of Orbis. And then we're gonna bump the corruption and defeat the Harbinger before moving on to the next timeline. Because we do need the blessings as well, so we have to keep that in mind. Yeah, we have enough stability. And where to go now? Do we do XP, then unique? Yeah, let's do that. Critical strike multiplier, we don't need that, so we're just gonna challenge it.
You will fracture like glass. Ash follows. Black fire. Ash follows.
Whoa. This is not that bad. That sounds good, Hunlight. You got some nice items there. But as you say, you need that flat minion spell damage as well. So let me check the passive progressions here. I think we're gonna just go... Either we go this to get minion movement speed and cast speed, or we go with strength. I think maybe we'll do the strength for now. So we got the XP shrine now, so we're gonna try to capitalize on that one. And then we're going down here. And then you can see the Shade of Orbis appeared. But we do need some more gazes of Orbis. anything this time.
Yes.
Actually, we're gonna save that one.
Take care. Yes. Take care.
Alright, so we need to defeat the timeline boss again to get more Gases of Orbis. Oh, well, we can actually do the Harbinger.
Why are you fighting for these beasts? No matter. You'll die soon enough. The chill of death surrounds you. No, I am undying. I feel.
Embrace the peace of oblivion. Enjoy this.
This wasn't the best view of the fight, was it?
You are
And we almost got a
thing.
perfect roll on this blessing. I don't know why it says undiscovered. That's a bug. That's the blessing we need. So we only needed 100 corruption for that one. It's been so long since I've done all the harbingers from
I'll
scratch.
be honest. You know all that you need to know. For
All right, so the next one is 125 corruption. All right.
report back. One
Then we're back on track. Then we're not going to push corruption on that timeline, at least not for now. We're probably going to farm ending the storm timeline to get the Raven's Rise gloves. That would be a huge upgrade to these. So I think that's probably the wisest thing to do. Our boots is somewhat decent, so... But let's check our favor with the Circle of Fortune. We're gonna buy some boots prophecies to get the Ateros Path boots. And we can farm those while we're farming the Raven's Rise gloves. So we can do this one easily. Forge the Siege Golem. Right, so we should have bought this one before we did the timeline bus now. We need these. That's awesome. Another one. This is really awesome. And I guess we can just kill... Now they're actually raining here. That's awesome. Look at this. Siege Golem. We're gonna farm a Siege Golem anyway. This is so lucky. And we can do the Shade of Orbis if we want. So we're gonna buy these as well. And we're maybe gonna buy these as well when we get to Lagan. So we got these Siege Golem and boss events on the boots. And whenever the condition is set to none, then we can just farm a random boss wherever we want. So we're gonna go over here and go to the Sanctum of the Architect to kill Architect Lyeth, which is a very easy way to farm the boss prophecies that don't have any conditions on them.
These gods have such confusing temples. An open field was more than enough to heal up.
Again, and I take no pleasure in this.
So there you see,
I was trying.
we didn't get the one we were after, but
Everyone.
we're gonna take this one. Actually, we're gonna take them all. So let's just quickly see here, because these might actually... Oh, they're not upgrades. Almost upgrade Storm Movement Speed. So we have one more here that we're gonna do. So we just travel to the Temple of Lagan and then back again and then do it all over again. And then we're gonna do the Siege Golem.
Why must these gods have such confusing temples? An open field was more than enough to heal up.
Again, Lagon must not know. I take no pleasure in this. Your death shall be quick.
I was trying
And it didn't trigger this
to
time.
protect everyone.
We possibly have to do it a couple of more times.
Why must these gods have such confusing temples? An open field was more than enough to heal up.
Again, I take no pleasure in this. Your death shall be quick.
There it is.
I was trying to protect everyone.
No Eteros Path boots as of now. We're gonna go over... Where are we here? We haven't gotten the waypoint there. So I think we're gonna wait with that. But there is a Siege Golem over here that you can farm. Let's go to the ending the storm timeline. And we're gonna farm the Raven's Rise gloves there. Let's go the runes path here.
Your echo will break.
So we're just gonna challenge this one. Strength Shrine. That's awesome. Rune of Redemption. And I think we're gonna go up here to get the unique item reward. The time here you can see in the upper right corner here, if you're wondering. So it's 9:25 p.m. And we lost track of the champions. They're this way. And we're just gonna check out the Nemesis, and then we're gonna leave this echo. Actually, we need to slay the last one as well. So, are we gonna try to get LP on our helmet now? Let's see. Can use this helmet for a little while, I guess. We can try. And the helmet is here. So we have fewer crows now, even though we do still have 5. I guess that's what they call snapshotting. So these are the ones we're after, the glove, unique glove rewards. So we're gonna go up here, and we're gonna try to get the Raven's Rise gloves, which are the gloves we'll use for this build. And we got void resistance on the helmet. That's fine, I guess. Not what we want in the end, but we're gonna buy some more helmets. Open window, we're gonna do that one.
You disturb the silence.
Just gonna clear all mobs outside of it first. Wow. There was something there hitting very hard. Did we finish the Echo objective? I don't think so. Nope. At least it was not one of the gloves ones. The Terrace Path, awesome, awesome, awesome. Prophecy drop. That's the boots we're after, but I think we need some movement speed slammed onto there before they're actually an upgrade, so you can see the movement speed is going down. But if we get these with 1 LP, and then we can get some movement speed on top there, then that's awesome.
Yes? Take care.
And we have these that we can slam onto it. It's a tier 6. But it might take a while until we get a tier 7 movement speed, so... But first we need to get some LP on them. Yeah, the fire crow shoots laser beams. I agree. It kind of looks like it. But I do like the animations and the effects. So I'm very happy with that. And we're just gonna pump up the bonus here. So the Raven's Rise gloves that we're after is kind of rare, so it might take some time to get them. But we were very lucky with the Rise Embrace body armor, which is also very rare. And I think we got it on like the first or second attempt of a unique body armor reward, so that was very lucky. We didn't get it this time. We're gonna save these two. And now we're gonna go over here. Hello, Secret Juice. Nice to see you. How are you doing today? Good to have you here on the stream. Wow. Okay, there's someone hunting us here. We haven't started last Epoch yet, Secret Juice. Been busy at work or... Yeah. Work can be a bummer sometimes. At least when Season 4 of Last Epoch launches. Rune of Sense. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna use those on yet, so I'm just gonna keep it for now until we're kind of more settled with our gear. Then we'll have a better overview over what we're missing. No Raven's Rise. Falcon Fists, those are nice. And actually these are very nice for leveling, so We're gonna keep those as well.
Yes.
And we're gonna keep the 1 LP one. Laser turkeys. That's the first time I've heard that one. I've heard fried chickens, laser turkeys. That's a very funny one. So we're getting a lot of swipe gloves, even 2 LP ones. So we're probably not going to keep all of them. Did we have one without LP? Yeah. No, we didn't. That's the 2 LP. All right.
Yes. Take care.
So now we're going to go up and take this one.
Infinite possibility.
Okay, so we got a lot of void resistance on the helmet at least. Now we only got 3 crows, so it will actually be very nice to get the helmet back. Welcome back, crows. And I guess our void resistance is coming together now at least. Thanks to the Nemesis. Rift Beast, that's been a while since we've seen. Holy cow. And we're gonna ramp up the bonus stability here. Awesome. That's a pretty nice one. Tier 7. No Raven's Rise. But they're rare, so that's expected.
Yes? Take care.
So let's see, where do we go now? Maybe up to get the XP tome? Or the cemetery? Maybe we'll do the cemetery. So the next thing we're gonna run through the Nemesis is our Terrace Path boots. And if we can get 1 LP on those, then I'm very happy. Because that will crank up our movement speed greatly. Wow, wow, wow. Alright, so hopefully the Nemesis got an egg here. And it does, and we're gonna place the Terrace Path boots in there. And hopefully we can at least get some movement speed or some legendary potential. Tier 7. Alright, so now we're gonna do the cemetery and then the echo chain. Gonna wait with the omen window. Gonna complete the echo first. Wow, that's a really nice one. That's like almost a perfect rolled idol for us. Look at the health and health regen stat. That's a perfect roll, and then almost a perfect roll for the armor as well. So that's just awesome. We're definitely gonna use it there, and then we'll switch this one. Ah, that's so nice. Perfect. Tier 7 drop. And this one's also pretty nice. With increased minion fire damage. I'm actually tempted to use that one instead of one of... Maybe instead of this. So let's see. We're either gonna go with this one or we're gonna spec into minion health leech. I think we're gonna go with this one for now because our companions are doing just fine in terms of survivability at the moment. And I don't think we'll place any woven echoes just now. And there was an omen window outside here and also a rift beast. We're gonna do the rift beast first because we really want more ancient bones and all of that currency there to get more helmets. That's our top priority. And there's also a nemesis here, and we planted the terrace path boots in it, so... And there's the imprint drop. That's the imprint drop. And we get so many of these perfect cleave resolution axes because we've imprinted a perfect one with perfect rolls, so... We're gonna run that one through the Nemesis system as well. Hopefully get some more than 1 LP on it. And we were unlucky with these ones, so I don't think we'll even empower them anymore. These are kind of trash at the moment, so let's just challenge it. Then we're gonna do the omen window. So we're gonna save this one at least. Actually, we're gonna save this one too. And then
Yes,
we don't need these.
take care.
And then we're doing the echo chain.
The moment comes.
So now we're gonna run the cleaver solution that we just dropped. This one. Hopefully get 2 LP on it.
Stained in glass.
And there's a chance to slow on hit for enemies here, so that's why we're so slowed. Increased melee attack speed. We don't really need that, but maybe we can get some in flat spell damage on there as well. So attack speed is actually kind of the third prioritized stat. If we get 3 LP, then attack speed is the prefix we want, because we can get the gladiator off the gun buff much more frequently when we got attack speed with Temper Strike. Conquer Tower. Don't really have any unique items that we want to put in there, but so here we don't really have anything. We can do this one, obviously it's better than nothing. Rune of Redemption. We're not gonna empower that one. And here we're just gonna empower. See what we get. At least we got a Weaver point. And we're gonna spend it in this one, and then we're gonna take these two, and then we get experience tomes rewards much more frequently. We're gonna save this one.
Yes.
All right. So let's see here. Maybe we try to do this one now. This Echo Chain. So we don't really have much choice. We could put the Rise Embrace in there. I don't want to put one until we got another one. So let's just empower for now.
Shall we trade before we hunt?
So let's see what we need for a new helmet. We need some horns. And we need like 14,300 ancient bones. So there's still a way to go there. And hopefully we'll soon get rid of the enemy's chance to slow on hit, because that's so annoying. Oh my god, I thought it was Riot's Embrace. But it's the Mantle of the Pale Ox. We're gonna just farm those as well to just have the option of going for Lightning Crosses instead, if we want. So let's see. We got quite a few Ancient Bones from that run.
You disturb the silence.
Look at this Brigand. He's really doing some good stuff.
Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. Oblivion will find you. Shock in silence.
One Rune of Corruption. Ah, there's the other gear.
It will shadow around you.
So health regen, those are actually pretty nice. We might actually maybe use those when slamming some gear in the future. Because we want some health regen for this build. Actually quite a lot.
He sees all.
Ready to hunt, traveler? What do you think this beast will taste?
So yeah, we were doing this one, just pumping up full points in this. Okay. Welcome to the circus.
So many bones. Predator that extends her territory to the future. Amazing.
So we're gonna do the horns. That's what we need.
The Ark hungers.
So we're currently doing an echo chain, which is kind of nice because you can skip interacting with the monolith UI, just go straight back again. Spinomalatros. That's a cool one. So this is the sword you use for the Flame Whip build, which is kind of cool. It turns your Spirits of Chthonic Fissure, which is the Warlock Mastery skill, into Flame Whips. So you'll open this rift in the ground and you'll have Flame Whips spawning outside of it and hitting enemies. Kind of cool build. I actually have a build guide for it if you want to check it out. And we're just gonna boost the timeline stability here. Is it a unique one? I think so. Unique reward. The Ash Wake boots. That's the first one. Those are new for Season 4. Turning your Aura of Decay into fire if you're playing as an Acolyte. That's the first time ever you can turn Aura of Decay into fire. That's kind of cool. And now I think we have to go buy some prophecies. We're gonna go for the unique boots prophecies. To get the Ateris Path boots. And we need minimum 1 LP on them. And let's see if we can get a better lens.
Yes? I was just on my way to amend a record.
How can I help you?
So now we can at least buy this one to get twice as many uses for the prophecies. So this is awesome. This is exactly what we're after. Death of boss, no condition, unique boots. That's the good stuff. Death of Herot, we've already completed that one. At least the Harbinger, so we're not farming that one right now. That's the good stuff. Death of Nemesis with 4 uses. And we're gonna buy these ones as well. We cannot afford them right now, so let's head back to where we were. And we disconnected. So I guess we were doing this echo chain, right? But we did complete it. No, it wasn't that one. Did we do this? Yeah, so this is the next one, obviously. And yeah. We do have our Crow Storms here and our Spriggan. And we're struggling a little bit here. Actually, quite a lot. I think all of our crows are dead, right? Yeah. And soon we'll be too. So I think we were kind of out of our depth here for this one. Little underleveled. So we're gonna do something else. Possibly just advance up here. Hopefully get to the Shade of Orbis soon, and then we can just pump some Gazes of Orbis by defeating Lagan, and then we'll push some Corruption and do the Harbinger. And hopefully we can get the Raven's Rise gloves during that process, which are the gloves we're after. Are we disconnecting again now? Seems like their servers are struggling a little bit now. So we cannot teleport out of the echo. That has to be a connection problem, I guess. So we can't get out of the echo. We have to try to re-enter. There's the Shade of Orbis. So we just need to stack some Gazes of Orbis now. And we're gonna start right now. And we're gonna do the Harbinger as well, although we won't get any bonus for doing it. Ah, we almost got him. There we go. Didn't get the Aetheris Path though. And we didn't get the increased health regen blessing that we need. But at least we do have some more usages on this prophecy.
Yes?
Alright, so now we almost got 25 corruption from this one. We need more Gazes of Orbis. It's tempting to use some temporal keystones to get there. So let's see what kind of echoes we got here. We got some unique items over here. Maybe we'll do those. I think that's kind of the most enticing ones. We're after the unique gloves actually, so we could do this echo chain. Let's do that. Actually, we're not gonna get a lot of those bonuses because we're higher up here, so we're gonna get more stability, so we're just gonna continue with this one.
Stay, human clods. The cracks are spreading.
Machasa has entrusted this to me.
Gonna do the Rift Beast. Hello. Do you feel Fire Crows? Do you find this build viable? Yes, this is very much viable. It's a very powerful build. And you can also play the Lightning version if you want. But we're playing the Fire Crows. And it should be very strong. And it is strong now for the current level we're at as well. So we're 16 levels below the area level at the moment. It's going really well. There are still a lot of gear we need. But this build will definitely be very strong in the late end game. What did we get? I was too fast. I think it was a rune. So we're gonna go for Ancient Bones. Let's see how we do here. We need some horns and like 6,000 rough-ish Ancient Bones. Tier 7 critical strike multiplier. And we don't really have anything to use here, right? Nope. So we're gonna do the unique ones here. See what we get. Wow. That's a perfect roll for the increased minion cooldown recovery speed. We don't need the increased totem damage though. So I don't think we'll use it. Alright, the Nemesis, let's see what it gets for us. Your Boreal Circuit Ring, that's pretty nice for leveling, although the movement speed roll here was kind of bad. And we're not getting the Terrace Path boots. So we're gonna do this one up next. And the stability is just so slow, right?
To stand against us?
2 LP. So we're just gonna remove some uniques here. This one we don't need.
Yes. Take care.
Alright, so it's actually tempting to use some temporal keystones now. I think we're gonna do it just to... Then we'll do 1 echo and we're gonna do the Shade of Orbis. So let's just do this one.
He remembers you. The cracks are spreading.
And there we have it. Prophecy. Circle of Fortune to the rescue. And it's actually with a high implicit increased movement speed, the highest one actually, and a high health roll. So this is just awesome, and I think these are so awesome that I don't want to spend a tier 6 movement stat on it, so hopefully we can get some tier 7 movement speed for some exalted boots soon, and then we have some really nice boots on our hands. And we're gonna do the last point in this node, and then we're gonna go over here and take the minion leech. So we got the boots we were after, a 1 LP, almost perfect rolled Terrace Path boots, which are the boots we'll use in the very end of this build. So now we just need some boots with a tier 7 movement speed affix. And we do have some tier 7 boots in our stash, but it's not movement speed, so if we're really desperate, then we could use some Runes of Havoc and stuff like that to try to force the movement speed tier 7, but we'll try to farm it organically first. Minion spell critical strike chance, that's a nice one.
Welcome to the past, traveler. The beast will devour everything in that path.
So we're collecting all the ancient bones we can get, because we need it for our helmet. So we do already have the helmet, but we want some legendary potential of one so that we can trade the void resistance for something else. So we're gonna do glyphs, I think. Alright, so then we can do Lagan again. And then we should have enough cases of Orbis to increase the corruption enough to defeat the Harbinger on the next level and then advance in the Forgotten Knights faction. If my train of thought is correct. And we'll just defeat the Harbinger as well.
An ocean above, an abyss below. You my waves will bring you.
So we got the increased health, Regent Blessing, with a perfect flat one as well. That's so awesome. We don't have to farm that for a while. That's kind of near perfect already. Really happy with that one. Awesome, awesome. It's starting to come together now. And now we're gonna crank up the corruption. Hopefully. Unless we die.
Yes.
So now we'll get enough to defeat the Harbinger up next as well. And advance in the Forgotten Knight faction. Gutair, welcome as a Knight member. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. I hope you like the perks. And welcome to the inner circle. Alright, let's see here. So now we're at 130 corruption. We need 125 corruption to... Where is it? You don't see it now, but the next Harbinger is 125 corruption. So let's see what we got here. We're gonna go down here, I think. Actually, critical strike avoidance, we're gonna avoid that. So we're gonna go here instead, do the unique echo.
Stained in glass.
And up next, we're actually gonna farm Exalted Boots now. That's kind of the priority, I think. To craft the Aetheros Path Boots. Because we really want that movement speed. Hey Scarred, nice to see you. How are you? I'm doing just fine. The Firecross build is coming together slowly and steady. We get the upgrades we need. But it's obviously going to take some time to get the perfect gear we want, but we're getting there. So have you played yet, Scarred? Or has it just been work? Happy with your build? That means you've been playing. That's awesome to hear. So did you go for Rogue or Sentinel? You landed on Rogue. Awesome. Are you going Shadowrend? Bladestorm? Both. Bladestorm Shurikens, now remember. That sounds awesome. Did it work with the chakrams, as we spoke about? Turning the Shurikens into chakrams. And then having them trigger from Bladestorm, I guess, was the idea. Yeah, it does. Nice. That was what I hoped for. Alright, let's see here. Did we miss anything outside? I think I saw an Omen window here.
He has watched you die.
Oh. Nice one. And I think I saw a Nemesis over here. Yeah. So we don't have anything to put in here. So we're just gonna power it. The 3 blades from Bladestorm fling out like 12 chakrams. That sounds awesome. So, throw out some stuff here. And maybe we'll just buy a new one as well. Actually, we're gonna do this.
Yes. Take care.
And we need to buy some prophecies. The question is, what do we need at the moment? We need exalted boots. I'm gonna check quickly what we have in that department. So we have the tier 6 here. That's not what we're after. We cannot craft the tier 6 onto those awesome Terrace Path boots. But we did get this one as well. If we were able to get the movement speed as a prefix there, then we could use a Rune of Havoc on it to get movement speed. I thought we had another one, but it doesn't seem like it, so we could try to seal this one and then craft some movement speed there. Like this. And then now we could use the Rune of Havoc to turn this tier 7 onto the movement speed. Obviously, I don't like spending Runes of Havoc because they're so rare and we got 5 of them. So we'll probably wait with that one, I think. And we're gonna try... Actually, I have to think about this one for a while. Do we use the Rune of Havoc? The tier 7 ones are pretty rare at this stage. So if we were able to get the increased movement speed as a tier 7, that would be awesome. Because then we could craft it onto here. Get some really sweet movement speed. So I actually think it might be worthwhile doing at the moment. Because there's so much other stuff we're going to farm as well. We're going to farm Exalted Axes for our Cleaver solutions. And this is kind of the stuff that's kind of close to coming together. And we can always farm Runes of Havoc as well. If we need more. So I think we're going to gamble on this. And we got it immediately. That's so awesome. That was lucky. And now we just want basically to refine it to get the 30%. And we got a lot of forging potential left, so we can't be lucky with that. Rune of Refinement. So basically what Rune of Refinement does is that it re-rolls the values of all affixes on an item within the tiers. So that means for tier 7 you can get 26% to 30%, and if we use a Rune of Refinement, then it can roll this one to either everything in between 26 and 30. So, yeah, the RNG gods smiled on me, definitely. But I just felt it was the right thing to do. It was so close to get this perfect stat that we need, so... And the RNG god smiled upon us again. Oh my god. We used one Rune of Havoc, turn it into tier 7 movement speed, then one Rune of Refinement. Perfect roll. Oh my god. That made me happy. Alright, so we're gonna pay Julra a visit now. I don't think we've unlocked the waypoint there yet, so... How do we get to the Ruined Coast again? Man. You guys gotta help me out. Yeah, now I remember. It's the quest in the Divine Era here, I think, right? Yeah. It's somewhere here.
Greetings.
It's not here at least. It's in the Imperial era. This was what I was talking about. So we need to go here. Now remember. Yeah, so we were extremely lucky with those boots. And that made me really happy because that saved us a lot of time farming gear. So now these boots will last, if not throughout the entire build, then at least for a long time. And we'll get the movement speed ramped up pretty nice. Question, did you finish campaign or did you jump into monos? No, I finished campaign, I always do. Because I just like going through the campaign. You know, I like the story and the lore and everything as well. And the scenery in the ancient era is just so awesome as well. So yeah. I usually have no rush to getting to monos, to be honest. As long as you kind of stay like 10 levels below the area during the campaign, then you will level up pretty fast and feel like you're getting a lot of XP at least. And you also now get 1 point in the knowledge of Oribus as well, so that also gives us somewhat of an incentive to complete the campaign. And you get +1 to all attributes as well. So, here we are. So now we're gonna slam the perfect tier 7 movement speed affix onto our Eterus Path boots. That's the plan. But I guess we first have to do the tier 1 dungeon. Don't we? Yeah. But actually that's... yeah, we're not gonna craft them here because we don't have a guaranteed affix, so... But we have to do that one first.
Epoch, I will have it. So much to learn.
And now we're just gonna travel back again. So for those of you who don't know that, the tier 1 dungeon, you will not have a guaranteed affix that can be slammed onto your unique, so you should always craft at least minimally in the tier 2 dungeon, because here you can see that one affix may be optionally selected to guarantee. So just keep that in mind. So for 1 LP slamming, then you're guaranteed that the affix you want is transferred over. How do you like the spicy chickens? I love them. And I think look at the animations as well. They look so cool, I think. And the Spriggan looks really cool, like compared to the regular Spriggan. I mean, it looks so badass, right? And actually, the Spriggan is buffed immensely from the Rise Embrace body armor. 1 additional projectile to Thorn Volley per summon Stormcrow, so that's 5 additional projectiles to its main skill. And also it gets 50% more multiplicative damage right now, and we'll get another companion as well, so we'll end up with 6 Stormcrows at the end. So the Spriggan is really buffed with this one. Yeah, they do look cool. And just watch their animations in battle as well, because their kind of basic attack looks really cool. Like, I think it was Laser Turkey, someone called them in here. So, yeah, just watch out for that.
Escape. Still so much to learn.
So, this is the moment of truth. Our perfect movement speed. 30% movement speed. Onto our perfect Eteris Path boots. Almost perfect at least. They got this implicit perfect roll for the movement speed and a high health roll. It's just awesome. Alright, do we get it? The tier 7 increased movement speed looks correct. I usually always triple check this kind of stuff to not misclick anything. And there we have them. That's so awesome. These boots are going to last quite a long time. And you can see the movement speed just jumped from 51% to 74%. I can look at this all day. And you can see the health as well. Increased by 200. And the even better thing about this is that our minions will also get 20% increased movement speed now. So, I mean, this is a huge, huge upgrade for us. I'm so happy with that one. Yeah, those boots are going to be sweet for a long, long time. Definitely. So, we're in a very good place now. Yeah. I'm just so stoked about those boots, to be honest. Alright, so now we are going for the Harbinger in this timeline. We almost got a perfect blessing from Lagon, so we don't want to farm that blessing for a while. Maybe not even ever, because it's so good. But we're gonna defeat the Harbinger here. That's one of the hardest Harbingers, although we don't really struggle with defeating them at the moment. But we're just gonna get that one out of the way. And we're gonna see what we're gonna do up next. Do we farm the Raven's Rice gloves in this timeline still? Or will we do something else? I don't know. Hopefully we can maybe get the Raven's Rice gloves during this pushing of timeline stability, but we'll see. So I think we're gonna go up and get the XP tome here, so we're just gonna need to go through the enemy's chill chance echo here. So now our movement speed is much better. Wow, that's a huge difference. Although we're playing an enemy chance to chill echo, so we can get a little bit slowed. Now we got another tier 7 movement speed boots. Would you look at that? That's awesome. Now I would have felt a little bit stupid if we spent 5 runes of Havoc without getting the movement speed, but we did get it on the first try, so... And we never know what the RNG gods are up to, so... That was a lucky drop as well. Let's see. And we're also after the huge class idols with minion cooldown recovery speed. So if we get 2 of those with the minion spell damage suffix, then that would be awesome, but obviously getting that combo and having a high roll on the prefix as well is obviously hard to come by, but that's kind of the min-maxing route we're going. We're gonna empower this one to upgrade our relic. We're soon gonna switch over to Vessel of Strife. But I think we need some more power to farm Jewel right there. So it's not going to be right now. And also our health regen is not that good at the moment. So Vessel of Strife won't do that much for us anyway. Yeah, Scarred, I agree. I really love Season 4 as well. And I can't wait to actually get into like corrupting items myself. That's not something I've done yet because I'm not really there that I want to start corrupting items. I don't have that many options in the different gear slots, so I'm gonna save those for when it actually makes sense to use them. But so there's a lot of undiscovered possibilities there as well for my parties, at least. But let's say, so now we got the other tier 7 movement speed boots. Let's say we get in a Terrace Path LP1 again. We craft that one onto that one, and then we have 2 a Terrace Path boots with increased movement speed tier 7, then that's definitely a candidate to corrupt one of them. So when we get in that kind of situation, then I'll definitely start using the corruption runes. And for this build, we're actually going for the cleanse on evade, because we don't have any source of cleanse for this build, so that's what we're after for our boots. And you can see, at least for my part, I evade a lot, so we'll actually cleanse ourselves all the time when evading. So cleanse is basically like removing ailments on you, so like if you have a lot of armor shred stacks or ignite stacks or poison, then you can just evade and the boots will cleanse that for you. Wow. Got that one now? I thought that was the Nemesis. So this is another one then. Let's use some Rune of Weaving on it to see dexterity. I think I'm gonna wait for the Nemesis drop to use more of them. So we got an echo chain here. I think we're gonna go with this echo chain if we're doing any of them. But I'm a bit disappointed that we're not seeing these unique glove rewards, because that's what we're after. So a little disappointed in that. We had so many of the unique body armor rewards in the Formosa's timeline when we got the Rise and Brace body armor. But for the Raven's Rise gloves, we've not been that lucky. But I'm not gonna complain about luck, because we've had plenty for this build so far. Knock on wood. So we're approaching being able to buying a new helmet. So we need 4 horns and 2,500 ancient bones. So we're pretty close to buying another one. And hopefully we can get some LP on that one. And then we'll get rid of the void resistance for something better. And I think we're going for a tier 7 strength on that one as a prioritized stat. I have to check the planner, but I think that's it. So we got 20,000 now. Let's see about the horns. So we need still 3 horns. And we don't want to spend ancient bones on them, so one more run and we'll get there, I think. And we're gonna go for ancient bones here as well. Scarred, you liked my collaboration with Action RPG the other day. That was a good one. Thank you. So we did this video called 20 mistakes to avoid in last Epoch. So if you want to check it out, you can find it either on my channel page or Action RPG's channel page. And it was really cool to collaborate with Aaron on that one. We had a blast together. He's a really nice guy. Alright, so we need the Raven's Rise gloves, but something else we need is definitely Exalted one-handed axes, because I'm kind of keen on using the cleaver solution soon. I've been talking about that one for like forever. And we got these perfect tiers, not tier 7 ones, but LP ones with the perfect rolls waiting in our stash. And we got nothing to slam onto there, so that's something we need to fix. So we got the B set here. Just gonna throw out some of these. And yes, I plan on doing a B build sometime, so
Yes?
gonna need that set.
Take care.
So yeah, I think the next prophecies we're gonna buy are one-handed axe exalted. And let's go and see what we can find there. And we want the flat minion spell damage to slam onto there, and ideally a tier 7 one. We're gonna buy some lenses first. Actually, we're gonna borrow this one for now. I'm a bit cheap at the moment. See you around, Scarred. Thank you so much for showing up. It's been a blast having you here. Enjoy some family dinner time. Wow, so this one is really nice, but I'm not gonna do Herot at 160 corruption because we've already done the Harbinger there, so we don't need to do that one. No one-handed exalted ones. Two-handed, that's not what we're after. Two-handed again. Oh, I see one. One-handed abomination. We're not planning on doing that one right now, but maybe soon. So let's buy that one. Actually, we can do the abomination timeline pretty soon. Maybe we'll get an upgrade to the experience blessing. This one is really nice. We can easily farm the diamond matrons outside of Molnitz, so that we can do right away, actually. Two-handed, two-handed. Alright, so this one we're gonna buy up next. This is awesome. And we're gonna defeat Heart's Husk anyway, because we're gonna go for the Harbinger, so that's perfectly fine. And for now, we're just gonna farm the Diamond Matrons here. because it wasn't a monolith event, so we can farm them wherever we want. Do we need one more? Yeah, there it is. Prophecy progressed. Let's see what we got. We didn't get any tier 7 ones because that would have triggered in our loot filter. Just out of curiosity, let's see what we got there. There they are. Yeah, so all the tier 7 ones should show. We're gonna do this one. And this one just in case we're desperate and want the tier 6 ones. And then we can use Rune of Redemption on these to get the minion spell damage affix, but that's just a backup plan. That's not our first priority. We want the tier 7 ones. Alright, so where were we? In the ending the storm timeline, right? We're going for the Harbinger. So let's see here. Do we just pump up some stability here? We're at least gonna do one more, if not two. And then use some temporal keystones.
You hesitate. Why?
That was not intentional. Opening an omen window on top of the champion. So there's the one we're after, right? We're gonna check that one out, use some rune weaving for it. That one is actually not that bad. Some health, some minion health. Just gonna juice it up. This is quite nice actually. At least it's an upgrade to us. we're gonna go with the global poison chance, I think. And the spell damage here. So now we're gonna start spec into minion health leech. So we're gonna go full points in this one. Because we're gonna need that sustain when we get to higher corruption for our minions.
Yes.
Infinite possibility.
Temporal Keystone, that's always nice at this stage. So now we should definitely be able to afford a new helmet. And it looks like we got a new pair of Eterra's Path boots dropping there. Let's see if they got any LP. They don't, but they have a nice implicit movement speed roll. Not the worst health I've seen either. So we're gonna run those through the Nemesis system. So we're gonna run them through here already. See what we get. And there's a champion coming to visit while we're doing the Nemesis.
Yes. Take care.
Each step is inevitable.
Temporal Keystone, we need those. another one. So that's used for boosting the timeline stability only by 1 click, which is really what we're after at this stage. And we got the 1 LP for the Aetheris Path boots. That's awesome. Let's see if we can get more. And then if we can slam a tier 7 one onto those, then I think those are good candidates for corrupting. Maybe get the cleanse and evade. That's what we're after at least. And the temporal keystones drop like candy now, which is very good for us. So I think the plan here is to do the Harbinger in this timeline, which we'll do very soon. And then we're gonna jump over to the Fall of the Outcast timeline, where Abomination is the boss, and then we're gonna farm the one-handed Exalted Axe Prophecy there. And also try to boost the increased experience blessing that we already have. So that's kind of the short-term plan. And then we just have to revisit farming the Raven's Rise Gloves, which is what we're trying to do now, but we're so unlucky with the Echo rewards. We don't get the unique glove Echo rewards. So we're gonna put that on hold for now. So let's see here. We got the final Echo, we're gonna do that one, and then we'll use hopefully just one temporal keystone, it looks like, and then we're gonna do the Harbinger. And then we're done with this timeline for the time being. Okay, so we got 1 LP, that's fine. We're gonna slam some tier 7 movement speed onto there as well, and then we're gonna corrupt them. So that's awesome. And I don't think we have anything to put in here at the moment. Maybe we'll do the Ash Wake, maybe. Yeah. Or maybe we do this one. Or maybe we'll just empower it and see what we get. Maybe we get the Raven's Rise Gloves. Who knows? Oop. Wait a second. Lunar removal. Beast. Awesome, and then we're gonna use 1 temporal keystone, then we're gonna do the Harbinger to advance in the Forgotten Knights faction.
An ocean above, an abyss below.
And I think this is arguably the hardest Harbinger of them, I think. So a little tip there is to maybe defeat it on a lower corruption, so let it be one of your first harbingers. That's at least my experience. So there she is, the Harbinger of Chaos. So you want to stay away from that line in the ground there, which I didn't do there. So we got our first Harbinger's Needle. That's cool. And this blessing we won't upgrade, I don't think, maybe ever, but at least not now. Harbinger's Needle, so these will give you extra Gazes of Orbis when defeating the timeline boss, which is awesome. So yeah, we got our third Harbinger down. It's our third one, right? Yeah. So the next one is for 150 corruption.
We're making the harbingers pay with theirs.
And I think that one will be
You've spilled the blood of a four.
this one. And then the question is, do we just increase this timeline to 150 first? I think so. That will probably be wise. We're so close to doing that anyway, so we're gonna increase the timeline corruption to 150 here, then use the I don't know if the catch-up mechanic actually works for that low of a corruption, but we'll see that soon enough. But that will be tomorrow, because I'm going to bed now. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining the stream. It's been a blast to have you here. I'm really enjoying the build at the moment. It's coming together step by step. We got these awesome Ateros Path boots with the perfect tier 7 increased movement speed roll. That was kind of our main catch for this stream. Really happy with those. And we're going to farm one-handed Exalted Axe to slam onto our Cleave Resolution unique axes tomorrow. Okay, thank you for joining, guys. See you around.